Greetings to the media and the people of Zimbabwe. I am Gwinyai Muzorewa, the President of the United African National Council. I would like to begin by urging all of you to vote for the UANC on the 23rd of August this year, as we are the only party that upholds the nation's liberation values, sovereignty, and constitutionalism. I'm a man of God whose leadership qualities are unquestionable. I believe that God has called me to lead this nation and to bring life to Zimbabwe like the dry bones in Ezekiel in the Bible. This country needs life. This country needs to utilize its wealth. This country needs dignity throughout the continent, throughout the globe. The person who can make that happen is the voice you hear now. I'm aware of the challenges that our country is facing, including political instability, economic hardship, and social inequality. The current leadership has failed to address these issues, and it is time for a new direction for Zimbabwe. This is why the UANC is serious about bringing change to this country. The UANC is offering a fresh perspective and a clear plan for our country's future. Nevertheless, we need your help to make this vision a reality. And all over the world, journalists or the media in general are known to be people who spread the truth, and sometimes they are challenged by leadership, by governments, because many governments don't want to hear the truth about what they are doing. But the committed media people will say everything. They don't submit to lies. They want to speak the truth. So you know that some journalists have been persecuted for speaking the truth. The UANC stands with all the journalists who stand up for truth. The UANC believes that the truth will make you free. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who belong to the media community, I want to encourage you that even if you are persecuted, hang in there. Stand up for truth. Stand up for justice. Stand up for life. Stand up for humanity. I implore all Zimbabweans to unite behind the UANC and our message of hope and progress. Let us come together as a nation and work towards a brighter future for ourselves and for our children. The UANC has a proud history of achievements and a promising future of possibilities. Our manifesto for the 2023 elections is based on 4 pillars: democracy, development, dialogue, and dignity. We believe that these are the essential ingredients for a successful nation. We want to restore democracy by ensuring free and fair elections, respecting the law, the rule of law, protecting human rights, and strengthening institutions. We want to promote development by reviving the economy, creating jobs, providing social services, and investing in infrastructure. We want to foster dialogue by engaging all stakeholders, resolving conflicts peacefully, building bridges, and healing wounds. There's no party that is better suited to heal the wounds in Matabeleland than the UANC. We want to uphold dignity by empowering women, youth, and minorities. Fighting corruption is one of our things on the agenda. Promoting education and culture, and celebrating diversity. Many people think that it is wrong to be different. The UANC encourages diversity because it is God's plan. God created some people short, others tall. Some people have evidence of eating well, others have evidence of eating well, but they are still slim. That is God's design. I can even add, some people are created female, others are male. So all those are not mistakes. It's diversity. It's just different, but we are the same. The UANC promotes the welfare of women, freedom of women, importance of women in every society, in every sector. The importance of people who are maimed, the importance of people who are young. I have a problem with people who think that because the person is young, therefore they are not as wise. Because the person is old, therefore they are no longer suitable to lead. I have issues with that. Because the main thing is what you do with who you are. It's what you do with what God has endowed within you. So we have specific policies on various sectors that will benefit all Zimbabweans. For example, on education, we will ensure universal access to quality education from primary to tertiary level. Introduce free basic education for all our children. Support teachers' welfare and professional development. Reform the curriculum to make it relevant and responsive to the needs of society and industry, and encourage innovation and research. On healthcare, we will provide universal health coverage for all citizens, improve access to health facilities and services in rural areas, train and retain health workers, combat HIV and AIDS and other diseases, and promote preventive and welfare programs. Ladies and gentlemen, this country, you would think, should be blessed to have a minister of health who himself has been treated outside the country. I would expect him to come in and practice that in his own country. When Minister of Health was appointed, I sent him a message to say, congratulations, Zimbabwe has done the best. To appoint a person who knows what it is to be sick and knows what it is to be cared for, and therefore now in charge. So up to now, I have not seen the improvement, but I sent him a message because I believe in sharing the truth with whoever is in whatever position. On investment, we will create a conducive environment for local and international investors by ensuring that there is macroeconomic stability, fiscal discipline, monetary reform, ease of doing business, protection of property rights, and incentive for growth sectors. We in this country should be inviting investors. We don't invite them by just announcing that Zimbabwe is open for business. We we bring evidence of the openness of Zimbabwe for business. The UANC, once in power, they will bring all sorts of people to this country, not by invitation, but just by the way we lead our life. That's how Zimbabwe is going to invite people from outside. Our own children in this country who are abroad, they want to invest in Zimbabwe, but they are concerned about the safety and the security of their investment. So the UANC is known for peace, is known for the rule of law, and therefore people are going to flock to this country once we are in power. I trust that very soon, before the end of 2023, you will begin to see the difference. You will begin to see the improvement. You will begin to see the new Zimbabwe. You will begin to see the Zimbabwe we want. On foreign policy, we will pursue a balanced and constructive engagement with all countries based on mutual respect, cooperation, and solidarity. We will uphold our sovereignty and independence while also fulfilling our regional and international obligations. One of our key priorities is national unity. We believe that Zimbabwe is one nation with one destiny. We reject tribalism, racism, sexism, or any form of discrimination or division. The fact that we are here in Matabeleland shows that Zimbabwe, the UANC, as it is practiced in Zimbabwe, does not discriminate against regionalism. Does not discriminate against people who speak a different language. I can tell you that to have my VP as VP is a prayer answered. Because for 5 years I was looking for a man, a person who is suitable to unite Zimbabwe, a person who has an open mind, a person who is blessed by God to be a national leader. And by the grace of God, we have Chief Bekezela Nyati. I want you to give him a hand on my behalf, gentlemen. Thank you very much. If you know something, I'm so proud of my VP. I can't wait to retire when he takes over because I just know that the country, the party is in good hands with Chief Nyati. Okay, so I was sharing with you our priorities. Another key priority is land reform. We recognize that land is an emotive issue in Zimbabwe's history and politics. We acknowledge the injustices of colonial land dispossession, and we support the principle of equal land distribution. However, we also believe that land reform should be done in a transparent, fair, and orderly manner that respects the rights of all landowners and beneficiaries. We will remove the 99-year lease because it gives people the impression that they are always tenants, they will always be tenants in their own country. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard in the introduction that I participated in the liberation struggle. And so we fought for our country, we fought for the soil, we fought for freedom. And for anyone to say, in order to enjoy your freedom, you got to pay lease on the land that you farm is unacceptable. Therefore, the UANC has decided to say that all people who get offer letters from the government should also get a title deed. So they know this is my home. They can plant fruit, they can bury their uncles and grandpas there, knowing that that is home. As long as you are leasing, it's not your place. Anytime the lessor can say to the lessee, it's time to go. We don't want that kind of a thing in our country. Those of us here who have a piece of land which you are working on, I want you to know that once the UANC is in charge, we can announce to the world that this land is your land. Thank you. So we will remove this 99-year lease and make that land that you have yours forever. We will also compensate those who lost their land during the program according to the Constitution. If there's anyone whose farm was taken away for whatever reason, or because you did not vote in a certain way, we will reverse that and make sure that you go back to your place. And I'm not talking about the white people, I'm talking about Africans who are evicted by other Africans for the reasons that I mentioned. But for white people, it's another story, not for this occasion. So, ladies and gentlemen, the UANC is here to guarantee that your home, your farm, is yours forever. You can leave it to your children and the children's children. It's yours. It should have your name on it forever. That is, in my opinion, that is what we call freedom. Freedom is not to be limited by someone who doesn't happen to like you. Freedom is something that you do, not inconveniencing other people, but really enjoying your life. Because after all, you have only one life. This is the life. You don't want to live your life in chains. You don't want to live your life as a prisoner. You don't want to live your life fearing that one day you may be kicked out by somebody. As a God-fearing person who values peace above all else, I pledge to govern this country with honesty, integrity, and humility. I will be accountable to God and to you, the people of Zimbabwe. I will listen to your voices and address your concerns. I will serve you with dedication and compassion. I will not abuse power or enrich myself at your expense. What I'm doing here is to tell you the positive things that the UANC will do. I don't have time to narrate the bad things that you already know in Zimbabwe. So the news today is for you to know what good the UANC will do for the people of Zimbabwe. So here are my pledges. We have the courage, we have the commitment, we have the love, and we have the gumption to be who we want the nation to be. Because after all, we declared what the Zimbabwe we want. We have declared what the Zimbabwe we want. What remains now is for someone, for leadership that can implement what we have expressed as our desire for this nation. So we have the faith and the hope and the love that this country deserves. I can say that every Zimbabwean deserves happiness. Every Zimbabwean deserves a comfortable life. Every Zimbabwean deserves the wealth of this country. Every Zimbabwean deserves respect from not only the officials, but all sectors of society. After all, to be human is to be in society. And so if society rejects you, then your humanity is reduced to something else. As a man of God, I promise, and I'm saying this so that you know who you are going to vote for. I promise that I will do my very best to live according to what the Word of God says. And that says every human being was created in God's image. And God's image is perfect. Not every human being is perfect physically, but in terms of your soul, you are perfect. And so I respect that perfection in the name of God. My fellow Zimbabweans, the UANC is the party that can turn around our economy and our society. We have the expertise, the vision, and the values that this country needs. We have the courage, the commitment, and the capacity to deliver our promises. So we say to you, Zimbabwe, the real Zimbabwe is coming. The real Zimbabwe is around the corner because UANC yadzoka. I once again urge you to support and vote for the UANC on the 23rd of August. Together, we can make Zimbabwe a great nation again. God bless you, and God bless Zimbabwe.